Will it be another Soviet, Natalia Yurchenko? Will it be an East German, Maxi Gnauck? Will it be another Romanian, Ekaterina Szabo, for the World Gymnastic Championships? This event in the world of gymnastics is second only to the Olympic Games. Here in Budapest, it takes on added importance because it's the last major competition before the Los Angeles Games, which are only months away. Another important fact, the international judges are taking their last long look at the world's best gymnasts. Kathy, the first phase of the ladies' competition has ended.
That's right, Chris. The team competition has been completed, and as expected, the Soviet Union team has won. They were led to victory by Natalia Yurchenko, 18 years old, and she's really dominated the scene in gymnastics for most of the year. There were some big surprises. Maxi Gnauck of East Germany, who apparently fully recovered from major elbow surgery, began this event as one of the favorites and was leading during the preliminary portion of the event. However, she faltered badly on the floor exercise and impaired her chances of winning here. Meanwhile, the defending Soviet world champion Olga performed poorly enough to be eliminated from the competition entirely when three of her teammates outscored her. The rules state only the top three from any country can compete in the finals.
And with each of the gymnasts still having two pieces of apparatus to compete on, Natalia Yurchenko continues to lead. Moving now to the vault, Agache of Romania, 4'11", 84 pounds, and talented.
Talented and really dynamite. She does a full twisting front somi. Difficult to land. You can't see where that floor is coming unless you're looking at it. Line move, very good ball. High in the air, really stretched out long, good distance from the horse. Take another look. You really have to jam into that horse. Good run here. Powerful. See, she comes into the horse, pushes hard, gets good height. You see, she can't see that ground until she's actually on it. Nice vault.
9.90 added to her previous scores temporarily puts Agache into the lead. On the floor exercise, Ekaterina Szabo, 16-year-old Romanian, who needs a 9.75 to take the lead.
Of course, that's totally within her range. It's interesting, the Romanians have come back. After the 76 Olympics, they seem to have gone downhill a little bit, and they didn't seem to have the depth. But with gymnasts like Ekaterina, they are on their way upward. And you can see with her first tumbling run, it's got full twisting, double back in a pike position, just how much strength she has. Very nice. So difficult to do. Showing the flexibility. Very innovative tumbling run coming up. Down off back hamstring, 1.5 twist. Another 1.5 twist right into a punch front. Have really come a long way in their dance and choreography. It's really improved. Just to show the strength in her tumbling, she should throw a full-in double back again. Very nice. What endurance.
Oh, that was a happy performance, and the crowd here in Budapest loving it.
Full-in double back. You know, Chris, it's interesting because the floors now have springs under them, which helps these girls in their tumbling a great deal. Right on.
We'll have her mark in a moment, but first we've got to move quickly. The uneven bars. Olga Mostepanova of the Soviet Union. A 10 for Szabo here in Budapest, putting her into the lead.
You can't beat that. Here's another gymnast with great possibilities, good depth on the Russian team, and this is the gymnast that's going to be hard to beat in 1984. Stalters now, giant swing, getting ready for a dismount. Front with a half twist, way above the bar. Very nice.
This 15-year-old needing a 9.7 to take the lead.
She had a slight break on the uneven bar. It's going to be difficult to say whether she can get that. She hit her heel on this reverse hecht. She lifts real high, really have to pull with those arms, way above the bar. But you can see there, her left foot hit the bar slightly.
And now the lead changes again, Kathy. A 9.8 for Mostepanova of the Soviet Union. And we move over to her teammate, on the 4-inch wide beam. Natalia Yurchenko, who came into this phase of the competition in the lead, needs a 9.7 to regain it.
A little hop there on her mount. As we said many times on this apparatus, it can make or break you. Least amount of room for error here. And with all the tumbling and leaping they're doing nowadays, falling off is not uncommon. Very nice back handspring right into a back layout. Now showing flexibility in a needle
Look how she
scale.
uses all of it.
That's one of the requirements, Chris.
Does she remind you of any of the other Soviet gymnasts?
I was just thinking she does remind me of Ludmila an awful lot, who is one of the judges in this competition.
It's a high compliment.
Yes. She's a beautiful gymnast, and unlike some of the little pixie types you see quite often. Now watch this move, back handspring right into a back hip circle, something normally done on the uneven bars, but now it's on the balance beam. She is moving rather slowly, very methodically. Whip handstand. So far, no major breaks, a few bobbles, but not more than a half a tenth each. See, she's concentrating on every move. We try to have tunnel vision here. 4 inches wide. Round off, back hand, back, double back. Good landing, good exercise.
Yurchenko, a little larger than most of the Eastern Europeans at 5 feet 2.5 inches and 100 pounds.
You really have to line yourself up. Back handspring right into a back layout. Shoulders between the balance beam at all times. Right into a back walk of her shoulder. This is where she shows her flexibility. Look at that split. Good toe point.
And Yurchenko gets a 9.90, regaining the lead in this tight World Championship. Natalia Yurchenko trying to become the 6th consecutive world all-around champion to hail from the Soviet Union. That string beginning at 70 and 74, Ludmila Terestcheva, Elena Mukina in 78, Nellie Kim winning it in 1979, and Olga Bicharova in 1981. Each of the gymnasts has one more apparatus on which to perform. The standings are Natalia Yurchenko in the lead, Olga Mostepanova second, Ekaterina Szabo third. They're trying to win a title so difficult to win that it eluded even Olga Korbut and Nadia Comaneci. First up of the 3 leaders, Ekaterina Szabo of Romania. 9.65 would make her the leader, with Yurchenko and Mostepanova still to perform the last of the 4 events.
That's very much within her range. This is a particularly good event for her. She's going to do what's called a Cuervo vault. Handspring front with a half twist back out. It's a relatively new vault.
She looks pleased.
Should be. It's a perfect landing. Nothing wrong with that.
Wisely playing to the crowd.
Let's take another look at that in slow motion. You can see a little bit better how the vault is done. Run is so important. Have to build up a lot of power. Jam into the horse. Get a lot of height. Make a half twist back out. Good landing.
And here's the mark. Another perfect 10 for Szabo of Romania, and Yurchenko and Mostepanova have their work cut out. Here she is, tiny Olga Mostepanova, 4th and final event. And at this point, she needs a 9.9 to take the lead, Kathy.
And she could do it on this event. Beautiful flexibility. Strong. That was a back handspring into a back handspring with a half twist. Body has to be centered right over the balance beam. Just shows you the depth the Russian team has.
And her teammate, Natalia Yurchenko, next to compete.
Covered up a little bobble there on that turn. Back handspring right into a back layout. Little slight bobble there. Back walkover. Fully extends every move. She has the flexibility and the strength. Many times when a gymnast has flexibility, they don't have the strength to move their body as quickly as possible. Very nice flexibility. You can see her concentrating. Getting now to a dismount, round off, double back, good landing.
15-year-old Olga Mostepanova of the Soviet Union.
Control is the name of the game on this apparatus. Full turn. You can see there she had that little slight bobble there on the full turn, but nobody can even notice it. And now here's her back handspring right into a back layout. She did make a slight break here, and you can bet the judges will see that.
Mostepanova 9.9, Kathy's, you said the first bobble they didn't see. And she is the new leader. As we move to the floor exercise, this young lady, 18-year-old from Soviet Union, Natalia Yurchenko, has been number 1 from the start. Through 3 rotations is still number 1, but she needs a 9.70 to become the world all-around women's champion.
And that is totally in her range. You know, Chris, I hope that this young lady can influence the rest of the gymnastic world with her style. She is so beautiful, so lyrical on the floor exercise. She reminds you of Teresheva and Latinina, some of the names you've heard in the past. Opens with a full in double back. Well done. Perfect. Very graceful in every move. Her foot comes off that floor, her toes are pointed, legs are fully extended. Getting ready now for her second tumbling run. Round off back handspring, whip over back handspring, double back, good combination. Chest roll. That expression.
See the feet?
Yes, beautifully done. Right into a gainer back handspring. When they walk to the corner like that, it's just getting them a little bit prepared, giving them a little bit of rest before the last tumbling run. Double back. Can't do much better than that.
The right ankle and foot taped. A great gymnast from the Soviet Union, Natalia Yurchenko, after team competition, came into the women's finals all around. The leader has held it all the way through 3 events, including a 10 on the vault.
Great preview for the Olympics.
Her other scores, 9.85 on the uneven bars, and on the beam, 9.90. And there's a 10. 2 10s, and of course, out of 4 events, she is the 1983 world champion. Look out, Los Angeles. The results are official. The new champion, Natalia Yurchenko. The top American finisher, Kathy Johnson, 11. As for the new world all-around champion, Yurchenko, what's her background in the sport?
Я начала заниматься гимнастикой в 8 лет.
She started gymnastics when she was 8, and she didn't have some problems with her feet and then her elbows, and it took her a long time to recover from it. And it's only in 81 that she got back to competition.
So she returned to competition in 1981, and 2 years later rises to the very top and sets herself up as the one to beat in Los Angeles.